Hi, I'm here on the homestead. Thanks for tuning in. It's cold out now, so I noticed that my chickens need me to add some meat to their diet because they're not getting any bugs from nature. I can't set a plate at the table for them, so I'm gonna have to figure out what I can add to their diet and bring it outside for them. When I feed them more meat, especially in the winter, they have very nice feathers, they lay eggs really good, and they just don't have any problems. Overall, they're much healthier. This is for all the chicken lovers out there who really love their chickens. We might be the crazy people that just love a chicken, but anyway, we do. I've kept chickens for years and years and years. I would say 2 decades at least. So I really like chickens a lot, and I'm learning new stuff about chickens every day. I noticed that my chickens were, well, one of my chickens specifically, a rooster, was picking the feathers out of the other hens and eating them. And I'm like, what's going on with that? Then I came to realize it's winter time and there's not enough protein in their diet. And so they need more meat. All the bugs are hibernating or dead or whatever happens to the bugs in the winter, and they're not getting enough. So they'll eat the feathers literally right off the other chicken. And you have to supplement their diet with some form of meat. So there's a lot of options. One of the options is you can add a little cat food. And the reason I like cat food is because cat food has small chunks and then the chickens can eat that easily. You can also buy a meat-based chicken feed. They do make them. You just have to look for them when you're in the store and make sure you read the ingredients, and it's a meat-based crumble or pellet, whichever form it comes in. Also, you can, if you're really having a problem and you want to just get a quick fix, what you can do is you can buy cheap cans of dog food in the grocery store, and then you can give them, depending on how many chickens you have. So I always just kind of estimate, and like a flock of 10. And so you could probably give them 3 big heaping tablespoons of dog food every day. That would just add enough to where, it would solve all the problems. How I always figure things out is I always go back to nature. Like, what has changed in this season that wasn't in that season? And then I try to add that back into their diet. I already know in winter, there's no bugs for them to eat. So I just slowly just put things together. I put 2 and 2 together and realize in the winter months, I have to supplement their diet with the meat. Then I'll just start thinking okay, because I'm very practical and, I don't want to spend a fortune. So I'll just start thinking, how can I do that in an economical and convenient way? And then I'll just start thinking about all my options. I'll list them all. I do like a variety of options because, every day is different and every week's different. So I just like to have options so I can mix things up a little if I have to and have those ideas in my head already. So I already own cats and dogs. So to give a little cat food is, no problem in a pinch. You can just throw that in there. If I don't have a time to go to the store, I don't plan on going to the store for a while, I'll just do the cat food. And then, if I have a bigger, more urgent problem, I'll make a special trip to the store, get the canned dog food, and I could feed that. Or, table scraps always helps. Chickens love table scraps, and just a variety of food helps them in their diet, because that's fresh food for one thing. Your table scraps are fresh food. That's always a plus. But if you have a bigger flock, you don't have enough table scraps to, give them all what they need. So, most people have to supplement their diet and buy some form of animal food that's going to cover the bases. So always read labels. I always read labels. That's just so important if you want to have a problem-free, healthy flock that's just, runs smooth and you don't have any problems. And the funny thing is, I've noticed you have to do it periodically because you might find a feed you love and you read the label and you're like, oh, this works perfect, and you buy it. And then I don't know why, I don't know what possesses the people to change, but they will change the formula. So, maybe 6 months down the road, you'll read the label again and you're like, huh? It'll be different. and then I just switch. I'll just look for something else, so you got to be open and ready to switch around and, not be very rigid when you're running a homestead. Otherwise, you won't have really good success. What do you think? Is it better to add meat into the diet, or is it better not to add meat to their diet? Is it better to just feed them table scraps, whatever you have left over for the day, or to buy something and mix it in the feed so they're getting a proper amount every single day? What do you think? Let me know. Please click the like button. It really does help me a lot. I want to see if we can get to 5,000 likes. A big thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I love you so much. To all of you. I couldn't do it without you.